YouTube, what's happening? We have some breaking news in the UFC MMA world. This first headline is going to shock some of you. It's not a pretty one. Before we get into this, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Show some love on the video, man. Showing love here on YouTube is free. Leave a comment on what's your thought on this upcoming UFC card, this Conor McGregor news that we're about to go over. Let's get into this one. Conor McGregor avoids serious injuries after being struck by a car while riding a bike. I saw the video. It was on Instagram. It has now been taken down from Instagram. So, in this video, it is taken from McGregor's cell phone. You see his bright blue bike laying on the side of the street. You see a man with a car parked up farther down. He has pulled over. In the video, you hear McGregor saying, "I could have been dead." He sounds like he's hurt his elbow a little bit. He was shaken up. I don't think, obviously, he didn't see the man. Otherwise, he probably would have got out of the way. But I would say the biggest thing here, and here, drum roll please, McGregor was very, very polite, and he was very nice. Okay? In this video, and I quote, Conor McGregor at one point was saying, "There's no worries, man. Safe travels home." Then there is a brief cut in the video, and you see Conor sitting in this man's passenger seat, who he reveals his name as Nick. I don't like to say last names here of people not in headlines, not like this. His name is Nick, and he is sitting in the passenger seat of Nick's car with his mangled bike in the back. Now, when I say mangled, it definitely wasn't rideable. But from the visuals, the bike was not completely bent. It wasn't like cartoon where the wheels folded up. It was laying on the side of the road. His water bottle that he seems to be filled up, it wasn't a plastic bottle, was on the side of the road, pretty far down away from him. It seemed like his seat was also detached somewhere else, of what I can make from the video. But I would not say there was severe damage where this bike was like twisted metal. At the end of this, Conor avoids severe injury. Sounds like he banged up his elbow a little bit, but he seemed to be okay, and he handled the situation like a gentleman. Very, very impressed with you, Conor. So, with that being said, we're going to move into happier conversation about some upcoming UFC cards that I'm excited for. I may do some predictions on them. I may do some recaps on them. At the end of the day, this is not a single sport channel. This is a multi-genre sport channel, and we're just starting to break the barrier, baby. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Bella Mir. If you're a fan of the UFC, you know who Frank Mir is. UFC and Dana White announced Bella Mir is their first NIL ambassador. Mir is currently a freshman at the University of Iowa and is a member of their wrestling squad. So NIL is when they can give these college athletes a contract. They can, I'm going to say, sponsor them. They support them. You see it a lot in college football. But good for Bella, good for Frank Mir. This is, in my opinion, a good look on the UFC. Now, moving on. We have Alexander Volkanovski versus Islam at UFC 284. This is one you're not going to want to miss. Volkanovski has incredible takedown defense. Islam is next level. You all know who Khabib is. That's his coach. This is going to be a fight that you must watch. Volkanovski is going for the champ status. Yes, McGregor held that at one point, the champ status. But this is a must watch. I promise you, you'll be standing this entire fight. UFC 284. Here we have Dana White saying something here, probably talking about how he slapped his wife. Guys, it's official. I didn't think this was going to happen immediately, but here we are. Rematch. Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. Stylebender going down at UFC 287. This is unbelievable. This is what we all want to see. That UFC card is going to be loaded. My prediction, I do think Izzy's got a chance here. I really do. I think Izzy's got a chance here. This card is a must buy, and I'm about to go over it. Okay? I have it pulled up here on my phone. It's going to be unbelievable. We're going to scroll up here. Shevchenko is going to verse Grasso at UFC 285. I'm going to be honest here. I don't see anybody touching Shevchenko yet. It's just not going to be happening. So, we're going to scroll up here to make sure we don't have any more news. Okay. So, on my phone here, I have the UFC 287 card. Okay. This card is headlining with Pereira versus Israel Adesanya for the UFC belt. You have Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. That's going to be a phenomenal fight. I think Burns is going to win that because he's going to take Masvidal to the ground. You have Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. I butchered his last name. I apologize. You have Kevin Gastelum versus Chris Curtis. Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. I mean, this card is stacked. You have Izzy, Burns, Masvidal, Pereira, Gastelum, all in one card? Dude, this is a must buy. You're going to get every cent. Oh, PC's running low. That's crazy. This is the UFC recap. As of right now, these main cards are coming up soon. These are all must watch. Prayers out to Conor. Happy you're okay. I'm happy you handled it well. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. What are you guys excited for in the UFC? What do you guys want me to cover? I'm a big UFC guy. Maybe we'll stream some in the future. As always, we're here to have some fun. Unfortunately, this wasn't the best breaking news, but this is the one we needed to cover. And way to kick off the UFC content on this channel. Thanks.